Well, it is of no surprise that Willow, the 2022 TV series, is doing absolutely terrible with audiences. As we can see with the score on Rotten Tomatoes at 34%. And it seems that the actors are talking more about the gay characters that are in the show rather than having a good story for them to focus on, which seems that most of the resources went towards having these gay characters have this romance story rather than actually have a good story so the rest of the audience can enjoy. And here we go. Willow actor Erin Kellyman talks about queer role models on screen. Willow is now streamed on Disney Plus, and if you're watching it, then you've treated to one of the sweetest love stories currently on TV. Yeah, one of the sweetest, man. I think I've fallen in love with these characters, definitely. It's not like they're annoying or anything like that, that they make stupid, cliche uh, action moves and such like that. Nah, it's just so sweet. The assembled cast includes Ruby Cruz as Kit, Princess of Tur Esleen, and Erin Kellyman as Jade, a young warrior who wants to become a knight. Kit is no damsel in distress, but Jade still acts as her protector. The first episode finds the pair sparring on a mountaintop, and we soon learn that they are in love. Oh, here we go. We're getting into some spoilers, guys. Look away if you haven't watched it. But like any good love story, their romance is a slow burn filled with conflict. Yeah, slow burn that they've done it in an extremely terrible way, feeling as if the whole show is a slow burn, and why no one is watching it. Kit is frustrated at the limitations placed on her because she's a princess. Jade is torn between her love for Kit and her desire to go off and train to be a knight, and Kit is angry at Jade for leaving her. In episode 5, Kit and Jade finally get to be honest with each other about their feelings. However, just as they're about to kiss, Kit is kidnapped by trolls and taken prisoner. The couple hasn't had a chance to catch their breath since then. In a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Kellyman, who also identifies as queer, talked about how meaningful it was for her to portray a queer character on screen, especially since she didn't get to see these kinds of love stories when she was growing up. There are plenty of movies out there that have queer characters that are done extremely well. Willow is not one of them. It seems that they focused all of their time and energy into making these queer characters' love story be beautiful when it actually hasn't been, and many people know that it seems to be fake and just shoved down their throats just so that there could be queer characters in a beloved franchise known as Willow. Whereas the previous film, people just watched it because of how enjoyable it was, the story, the action, and so on and so forth, as well as the lovable characters not making stupid decisions. As we can see in this show that the characters have made plenty of stupid decisions that make people cringe. It feels like I'm healing my inner child, having not seen these shows when I was younger. Now being able to represent that I didn't have is something that is so peaceful. There's something so peaceful about it, something so reassuring and calming. I know that if I saw this when I was a kid, I would have been completely in love with Kit and Jade, and I would have felt a lot less isolated and scared and weird. So it's just really beautiful to be able to do that now. If she was to see this when she was younger, it would have way more backlash. Times back then, because we were slowly moving into films and shows having these agendas and messaging behind them where people are starting to get used to it and accept it. If this was released 10, 15 years ago, it would not be accepted. It would face major backlash. In the interview, Kellyman also talks about how the production allowed her and crews to flesh out their characters. They had a month to train, rehearse, and delve into Jade and Kit's connection. So they took a month of training just to focus on these two characters, just to try to make them more likable. God, man, I wonder if that's where most of the budget went. Oh my God. We did a lot of prep into their backstories. Kellyman also says deciding whether this was the first time that they've kissed or not, deciding when they first realized that they had feelings for each other. It was really great to have somebody to bounce off. Oh. Kellyman's story is yet another example of how life-changing it can be to see yourself represented on screen. Stories like Kit and Jade romance are vital to queer audiences, especially younger viewers. Here's hoping there are plenty more to come. Here's hoping that there are more to come that are actually good, that aren't just messaging shoved down people's throats and pushing these narratives towards everyone. And not have more to come that is such as an example of Willow, the 2022 series. Anyways, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I hope you guys subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.